Ice types were never meant to be good. Slow, frail, forgotten every generation, they've been left with nothing, with the sole exception of Mega Frosslass.
With 120 speed and 140 special attack, Mega Frosslass can run the entire Weather War metagame.
Sand, sun, or rain can never compare to the power of snow bunnies.
Very few can threaten Frosslass. With Frosslass setting up in the snow, it gives her a boost that makes her tanky for such firepower. Garchomp, not even OHKO. So Isolar can't even fake out or close combat due to her ghost typing. And bulky setup mons can't even set up in front of Frosslass in fear of a freeze. And this is before it can set up an Aurora Veil, which makes it even more tanky. There's even one thing that Frosslass can do that not many might know that I'll show later in the video. In order to use it, it requires good, reliable partners to help Frosslass set up for the win. The core consists of Frosslass, Whimsicott, and Garchomp for damage, speed control, and flinches to rage bait the enemy. We also have Earthworm to synergize with Garchomp and allow Garchomp to set up a Sword Stance and sweep with Earthquakes and Rock Slide. Incineroar's just here for show, and Myopic is powerful against the main powerful special attacking fire types to help wall them out. And after 2 coils, Hypnosis becomes perfectly accurate, and Myopic becomes extremely threatening. This team is risky and requires some information and maneuvering to set yourself up for the win, and I will show you how it went. So first things first, I have this Charizard team. I didn't use Frosslass, but I want to use this as an example of using my support Pokemon that kind of help Frosslass. But this is a perfect example because I completely destroyed this guy. So he brings in Charizard and Venusaur. I know he's gonna Mega Evolve, so I go taunt the Venusaur and I go set up with Garchomp. He hits a Heat Wave, but that does nothing technically because my Garchomp tanks it and my Whimsicott has a Focus Sash. Now, the next turn, I thought he was going to go kill my Whimsicott and I get to have a free switch, but for some reason he uses, I don't know why he used Sludge Bomb onto my Garchomp, but it does no damage, and he protects Charizard for this turn, but the next turn, Venusaur gets to live for one more day. The taunt, he shook off the taunt, so I tried going for it for another taunt while protecting my Garchomp because I don't want him to get the extra chip. But he protects everything for some reason. So then nothing happens this turn. The next turn I just get to taunt, so Venusaur can't use protecting in the next turn. And I Earthquake everything, sacking my Whimsicott just because I feel like it. And now it's just a 2v1 with my Milotic that knows Ice Beam, and I use defensive Garchomp. I don't think I used it in the intro, just because I believe that defensive Garchomp wins games because all I gotta do is just set it up and then Earthworm helps against these ice types that's against it and all that. Still, I use Ice Beam, has a Yashi Berry, so it takes a little bit extra time to kill it, but I won that game fair and square, easy peasy. Now, in the night before that I was recording this, I tilted a lot. I mean, I made this team. The first 3 games that I played, I lost back-to-back, and I felt like I really need to change something. But this is like the first game that happened after, and you'll notice because it was really late at night. I just came back from work. It was terrible. So I just hopped on. I died 3 times. I'm not gonna end on a loss, but you should never have that mentality if you really want to win. So now I have the most beautiful game that I have, a Mega Frosslass. Like, this is the reason you would use Mega Frosslass. So I saw that he had a Sun team, very weird Sun team. However, the majority is supporting Pokemon and Fire type Pokemon.
Yeah, the creator got a bit lazy, so here I am. The Frosslass was able to tank an Earthquake from the Garchomp due to the insane bulk, allowing Laufey to safely Earthquake without fearing a knockout on it. This level of flexibility might be stupid, however it's insane to clip and aura farm. And on God, if you're liking the video, you should like and subscribe and comment what Pokemon I should use next in a team. Like looky here, this mere loser gave up in the face of awesomeness.
So for this one, they had Masquerada, they had Orangaroo, and I knew they just wanted to do a Trick Room team, so I brought out Whimsicott, so I could go Taunt. But then they start playing around, switching around to try to get something, and then they Mega Evolve their Emboar, and then I was like, oh, okay, there's gonna be a little, issue. I brought the Orangaroo down a little bit, but then he just keeps switching it out before I get to, deal the final blow, and then he brings something out that I have to switch back into. And then he brings out his Masquerada. He thinks that he's gonna go kill me. Doesn't work. I Ice Beam it, and then it gets frozen, and then I Flare Blitz it, and then it ties. And I don't know why they did it in this game, but it says that it ties out after it died, like it matters. So now, I set up 2 coils with Milotic, so now my Hypnosis are 100% accurate. And so I set up a Roar Veil, and then I hit a Hypnosis on it, and since it's 100% accurate, it just, puts them to sleep. And then their Primarina hits a Dazzling Gleam because he knows he can hit Hyper Voice, and that does nothing to Lunar Snow under an Aurora Veil, which is amazing. And my Melodic is just bulky as hell. So then I wanted to go hit a Muddy Water, but unfortunately the Orangaroo woke up immediately. 1 out of 3 chance, by the way. Hits a Protect. However, I used Blizzard, and then this guy froze, which is the second freeze this time. Again, it's like 10% in this game. So the fact that I hit a double freeze on this guy, I know he's mad. Orangaroo's fast asleep, and then it brings out his Emboar again. Now I'm scared. I'm thinking, he has a fire type move, but then, then I try to go for Shadow Ball because I really want to get the Emboar out. I want to use Shadow Ball and Muddy Water just so I could get it out, guaranteed. However, I didn't know that Emboar had Sucker Punch, so I was scared for a second. However, since I have Aurora Veil and I'm in snow, mind you, my Frosslass is just max speed timid with max special attack. He Sucker Punch, and that only does 60% or 60 damage. I was like at half, so that did like 30%, which is scary. And then I finished him up with Shadow Ball and Muddy Water, which will hit because after 1 coil, Muddy Water will always hit. And it's just me. It was just me against the Orangaroo. It was like back and forth. He had Psychic Noise, which didn't really matter, but I did get a little bit scared because it was a bit close. Because he just kept using Psychic Noise and resetting or protecting. And I thought I was gonna lose, but I didn't. I didn't healing, so it's just he just wanted to play the long game because he's just trying to be a dick.